Hello. So I keep coming to sit down to record another video on the JLR breach, but every time I do start to plan that, something new has changed. So it's been a few weeks since I've updated about this. So just to uh, catch up on it, really. So let's quickly talk about what we knew and what's new and kind of what it still generally means against the whole industry, really. So the backdrop is at the start of September, JLR, Jaguar Land Rover, detected a major cyber breach. Now, they shut down IT systems in order to try to contain the attack. Um, but that decision obviously froze production lines completely. That's dealers couldn't register new vehicles, factories in the UK and abroad, by the way, because JLR manufactures abroad as well. They all went offline. And for weeks, JLR said only some data might have been affected, but they weren't able to confirm the scale, or they didn't confirm the scale. Meanwhile, while this is happening, suppliers and logistics chains were all being dragged into the fallout. And early in the year, unrelated to this, a ransomware group had already leaked JLR documents. So this incident actually came on top of existing security concerns. Now, what's changed? So here's the latest. Production is still paused, and JLR has already confirmed that it's going to remain shut until at least the 1st of October. Now, as I'm recording this, that's just round the corner, but that is already so far weeks and weeks of lost output. That's months, actually. Hundreds of smaller suppliers are under real pressure as a result of this. And this is a big employer in the Midlands. So the wider impact in Birmingham and the wider Midlands is huge. And the UK government is actually even considering providing support, like buying spare parts to keep suppliers afloat and offering maybe even emergency loans. But another big twist, and this is related to a post I made recently, is that JLR actually doesn't have adequate cyber insurance to cover this, which is pretty unbelievable, quite frankly. But the financial hit is going to obviously now fall directly on them. Analysts are already saying the losses is going to run into the billions without doubt. We've already seen evidence from the hacker group. We've seen leaked screenshots, debug logs, and even signs they touched actual vehicle software environments. So that's pretty bad. You know, the one thing we're thinking about when it comes to electric vehicles is the safety and integrity of that. So that's a pretty serious escalation. So what do we take from this at the moment? So, well, I mean, it seems like the obvious thing to say, but cyber is not an IT thing. It can't be isolated to that. But it feels like we still need to underline that. For manufacturers, it can actually shut down the entire business. And resilience matters as much as prevention. Don't forget that, because if the systems fail, how are you going to be able to recover? And then, as I touched on before, don't forget the actual supply chain. This impact is massive across the Midlands and wider, and into all of the third parties that are involved in JLR in any shape or form. So how do we know what's happened? How much data was actually taken? Is the government going to step in and support provide any guidance, support, financial, or even some regulatory movements? The story is going to continue to evolve, I imagine, but if you want me to dive into deeper into the technical aspect of this, I'm happy to. Just drop me a message. Or supply chain. This is a big conversation that I'm seeing a lot of social media. Supply chain is a big part of this, not only from a preventative and a security perspective, but also an impact post breach, really. So thank you for watching, and please do drop me a message in the comments.